Man, I wouldn't be walking around here looking like that.
Well, hello there. Sorry for that pause. It happens. It happens. Yeah, it's me. Old gray bearded, well, partially gray bearded, ugly looking son of a bitch. This is just a test run video. I really want to make some webcam videos and some other videos that I'm going to clip together from some things, some video gameplay, some funny things with some modifications I put in the game, and some funny moments, and I can comment on them. I will try to discuss some philosophical things in the context of my comedy, and some videos may be strictly philosophical conversations, and they may touch upon various subject areas as well, obviously psychology, religion, um, politics, religion, and actually I could classify those things under one other great heading. It's all religion, ideology, but I won't get into that right now. But and subject areas such as mainstream science and some of the cults of science, as I could call them, but and well, entertainment industry, some things about maritime law, also known as admiralty law versus common law and stuff. I don't want to make those things I just mentioned my primary focus. I want to take an overarching view of everything from a philosophical standpoint, true psychological, esoteric philosophical standpoint. My primary goal anymore seems to be in life to be more of a comedian. Um, Humor is a great thing, and I think some of the best comedians have always been philosophical, might have known more philosophically than what the public might have understood. And I'll name some names: George Carlin, Bill Hicks, a lot of your great ones. I mean, and there's some other comedians that are not quite so deep and philosophical, maybe, that had some of their funny moments. Now, I listened to originally the stand-up routine of individual like well Eddie Murphy, and Eddie Murphy in Raw and Delirious, he was very funny. Um, some people didn't like his comedy at that time, probably, maybe still to this day. Yes, there's some vulgarity, profanity. Obviously, if there's diehard Christians or whatever out there, people that consider moral opprobrium the approach to life completely, they would think, oh, he's just a terrible person, this black comedian saying vulgar things. And of course, he made, seemingly anyway, fun of, well, it's obvious that he did. He was making jest at homosexuality. Of course, you see it, and as years went along, he didn't do that anymore. He became more of a movie star and stuff. And when they do that, celebrities are always going to have to tone things down if they're going to get contracts to get money to appear in a movie or whatever. They have to do what's dictated to them and refrain from certain things. Of course, in the beginning, when you're doing stuff, no matter who you are, you basically do what is your style more, and whatever you can to get your foot in the door, get something going to get a following and to begin to get some revenue. I mean, we all have bills to pay. Now, people talk about, well, what do you do that for? Blah blah blah, and it's like, hey, do you pay my bills? Until you start paying my bills, don't question exactly what I'm doing or what I'm speaking, my terms of speaking, and what, if I'm a comedian, don't be saying, hey, you can't talk that way, you can't do that, oh, that's not politically correct or something. Hey, you know, doing whatever one can to get a following, to get their product, so to speak, their service, whatever it is you're trying to sell out there. It's a commercial world, people, okay? I don't like it, but it's there, and we got to do what we got to do to get money, because we can't go to our neighbor and say, hey, Tom, would you mind paying my electric bill this month, Tom? Tom's going to laugh and say, he's not going to pay your electric bill. So at least to get a certain audience, a certain amount of clientele, I don't care what word you use, because it depends on what industry or what you're doing, product-wise, service-wise. It's a commercial world, and your client base, your following, your fans, whatever. You got to do something to get that base set up. And in doing so, you're trying different things, and you tweak it out as you go. And you can't just restrict things completely in the beginning, because you might as well just say, personally, not even try it. You got to try some things. Take massive immediate action. Try some things. What works, works. What doesn't, doesn't. And you discard what doesn't work, and whatever works, you stick with. And there's always going to be some people say, well, I don't like that. I don't like his style, or I don't like that product. I don't like that brand of cereal, or I don't. Fine. There's always going to be somebody that's not going to like something. But there's also going to be a large number of people that are going to like it, too. Don't worry about, it's not about getting a unanimous following for your product, your service, your talent, whatever. Well, sorry. That's kind of a rambling there, but again, this is a test run. Let me take these glasses off. I realize there's some glare. I need glasses for reading anymore. I've had corrective lenses since I was a very young person, since the 3rd grade. Of course, I had glasses most of my life, and then eventually, about 1998, I had gotten contact lenses, and now within the last few years, I've had to go back to wearing glasses for reading. I have contacts, but I still need glasses for reading. I could get a special kind of contact lens. It didn't seem to work too well for me to be able to see, like a multifocal contact lens. I to see both far and near. They didn't work for me. I don't want to get into that, but so yeah, I have to have glasses to read now again. So I got rid of glasses and then kind of gained them back again. Oh, life is full of ironies. In case you're wondering, you see this side of my face, my mouth, you'll notice that my mouth doesn't work totally correctly. I had some paralysis here a few years back, and they claimed it was MS. Ultimately, I don't buy into total medical establishment and everything they say, and I won't get into too much into that. But actually, originally it was Bell's palsy, then it was Lyme disease, and then they said, other tests, it's MS. I suppose if I had another kind of specialized test done, possibly, if I could get my insurance to get any kind of insurance I got to pay for it, maybe they'd say I've got fungus of the bunghole. It just depends on what test they use to try to test for something, and how those results come back and how they want to interpret them. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try this deal out, because I've been debating this for so long as to whether or not I'm going to do a YouTube channel. I had a YouTube channel established for a number of years here. Didn't do too much with it. Well, in the beginning, I did a couple things. I had about 4 videos. I don't even remember what they were about now. Well, they had to do with video gameplay and some other things, some pictures, some video I had taken in my hometown. And I changed. I dropped that YouTube channel. I created a new one because I didn't do much with the old one anyway. I really wanted to start somewhere and not worry about failing, and not worry about Not that I'm trying to do anything unruly, but there's so many rules on things. I am watching because I'm basing my whole thing on knowing that I'm doing things I know that aren't copyright infringement. You got to get into a bunch of crap with that, like, oh, well, you can't use that song, you can't do this, you can't even mention, you can't sing one line of that song in the video or something, whatever. So I'm doing whatever I can to avoid that at least, so that way nobody can come back and say, well, you're violating the terms and conditions and like so restricted on some things you can do. Sometimes you wonder if you can do anything in life to be entrepreneurial and write your own ticket. And this is supposed to be a land of the free opportunity, uh, free enterprise, Talk about a capitalist society. Hey, you can be anything you want to be. Oh, but hey, guess what? Little Billy, little Mary, there's these rules. And oh, hey, by the way, these rules pretty much limit what you can do. But hey, you can do anything you want to do. All right, I'll just leave it at that. And hey, have a nice day. And remember, shh, it happens.
That's all, folks.